Is it time to panic? A sudden $200 billion Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and crypto price crash triggers critical alarm. Next article. Is 62,000 the Bitcoin's June bottom? Here's why Bitcoin's price is crashing. These articles are BS. They're feeding you BS even in the title. Is 62,000 the June bottom? Hello, we went below 62,000, and what you're saying inside of this article with why Bitcoin's price is crashing is not accurate. In this video, I'm gonna give you the bona fide facts, the real reason Bitcoin's price is crashing, and more importantly, is it gonna keep crashing, and what you should be watching for right now. You're gonna watch this video. It's going to be the aha moment. The light bulb is going to come on. You're finally going to understand it in a clear and concise way. You're gonna leave this video with a sense of calm and a sense of peace, and also I'm going to give you a secret key, a secret clue for what to watch for, which other folks are not going to tell you about. It stops here. All of the lies on the internet stop now. And we're going to finally unlock the truth behind why Bitcoin is crashing, and will it continue? Let's get into it. It's a brand new week, and I have another altcoin video just for you, completely free. If you're on my email list, go in your inbox. It's sitting pretty for you right there. If you're not on the email list, you're completely missing out. Go sign up right now and unlock that bonus video right now. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Wait till you see which altcoin I have covered. Is it your favorite? And wait till you see what I have to say about it. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. I'll see you on the inside. Hi, I'm Steve. I quit my job over 13 years ago, been traveling the world since, thanks to my trading and investing skills. Join me for sponsorship-free TA with genuine value that actually works. Subscribe. Here we are on the Bitcoin US dollar index, and we are on the weekly chart. And we've got a lot going on. We have a range that we've been talking about in price, but more importantly, a candle just breaching our moving average for the first time all year. It hasn't happened. This is a major sign. We need to talk about it. We also need to talk about middle of our chart, RSI. What is happening is we've destroyed some of our market structure, and we've gotten so low in the RSI. We haven't been this low since back here in October of 2023, almost a year ago, when Bitcoin's price was sitting pretty at $25,000. Also, at the bottom of our screen is preparing for something huge in the charts. Our stochastic RSI, our momentum on the weekly chart is preparing for something monumental, something that doesn't happen too often, but we have to cover that as well. We're going to cover these three attributes and really bring clarity and a sense of calm to this industry, because Bitcoin is crashing. People are freaking out. People are blaming all sorts of stuff. We have articles here blaming all sorts of things, and it's just completely untrue. And we've got to set the record straight. So let's start with why this thing all happened, and then we need to break down these three areas here. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be telling you what I would be doing if I were in your shoes. What would I be watching? What would I be doing? What would I be preparing for that is about to happen? And I'm going to leave you with a big clue, a big key, something that people are not going to show you in the charts. Let's start with, how did we get here? Why is Bitcoin crashing? Well, it started a little over 100 days ago. We got up here in the RSI on March 4th, 2024. And at that point, Bitcoin was hot. Bitcoin was on fire. Tilt your phone to the side and subscribe. We just had rallied from our structure here from about 37, 38K, and we had rallied up into the 70s. And the market was on fire, and Bitcoin had captivated a world stage. It was there, and everyone was at the edge of their seats. And it felt like every single day, Bitcoin's going higher and higher and higher and higher. And we got to the point on March 4th, 2024, where we hit a breaking point. We had gotten so high in the RSI that it was inevitable what was about to happen. Why? Take a look. If we zoom out and you ask yourself, well, Bitcoin's been around for a long time, right? 14 years. Well, in 14 years, or how much data do we have here? We literally have over 14 years, 14 and a half years of data in front of our eyes. You can count on your hands. You probably have two hands. You can count on those two hands how many times Bitcoin has gotten that overextended. This is the RSI. In other words, the RSI measures overbought and oversold. We were literally, quite literally, one of the most overbought areas of Bitcoin's entire history. You can count it on your hands how many times we've been that overbought or more. It's not many, right? In other words, Bitcoin was so overbought, everyone was talking about it, and the high majority of people get into Bitcoin at the complete wrong time. Why? Because of hype. When everyone starts buying, they start buying too. It happens all the time in markets. So Bitcoin had reached one of the most overextended areas, and there is only one way to go from there. You can't keep going up. It's just not possible. It doesn't work like that. Nothing goes straight up, nothing goes straight down. So that was warning sign number one. What we did at that time, when Bitcoin was quite literally at 73,500, when everyone was at the edge of their seats and everyone was calling for 100K Bitcoin, we put out a video and we said this. Roll the clip. Attention cryptocurrency investors and traders. There is a major correction coming to the crypto space that will take the world by storm and surprise most, but it's going to present one of the best buying opportunities of this bull run if you've missed out so far. So you can see that video was from over 100 days ago. That was over 100 days ago. We put out a video when Bitcoin was well above 73,000 that a surprise crash was coming to Bitcoin. We are now 100 days later. Bitcoin has never touched 73,000 since, and since then, we've had a whole lot of trouble. Or have we? What Bitcoin has done since being incredibly overextended was build market structure. It's a healthy thing. Tilt your phone to the side and subscribe. I told you about 70-ish days ago, a move in between this zone and this zone is just par for the course, not noteworthy, not exciting. Any move above here or below here is very noteworthy and very exciting. Any move inside of here, I told you the herd is going to get overexcited. They're going to start panicking or get overly excited. I don't want you to follow the herd. I want you to remain level-headed. Any move inside of a price range of about 74,000 to 57,000, it's par for the course. There's no worry at all. But until we close below this line, which we'll get to in a moment. So we have been what's called range bound. There's two kinds of markets. There's a trending market. You can either trend up or you can trend down, or range bound, move sideways. There's only two kinds of markets. We're in the range bound market. We've been range bound for almost more than 100 days. Very healthy, no problem. It's a brand new week, and I have another altcoin video just for you, completely free. If you're on my email list, go in your inbox. It's sitting pretty for you right there. If you're not on the email list, you're completely missing out. Go sign up right now and unlock that bonus video right now. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Wait till you see which altcoin I have covered. Is it your favorite? And wait till you see what I have to say about it. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. I'll see you on the inside. So when you talk about price, we have no problem up until this candle. We'll get to it. With regard to the RSI had to cool off. The whole market had to cool off. We were overextended. We were due for a crash. We called out that crash literally when Bitcoin was at 73,500. How? Do we have a crystal ball? No. We love charts. We love the facts of the charts. We remain level-headed, and we make non-judgmental decisions on the charts based on facts. We gather facts, and we make an assessment of those facts. All of the facts were saying, hey, Bitcoin's really overextended. It needs to cool off. It has to build market structure in order to have this bull run continue and be healthy. Plain and simple, right? So obviously, we had the RSI really cool off. No surprise there, right? However, breaking this structure, right, that we have created with our pivot low back in January of this year, and we had held serve for 6 months until breaking it, that's a bit of a problem, a bit of a concern. In fact, the RSI has gotten so low that we're the same point we were back in October 2023 when Bitcoin was at a mere $26,000. What would you give to buy Bitcoin at $26,000, right? So here we are, right? The market has gotten below here, and I will state for the record a highly important level on a weekly chart, which we've got here, for the RSI, 50. Why? If you look at the whole history, again, we've got a lot of history right in front of our faces, all for Bitcoin. And what you'll notice about the bull runs is if you draw a nice, beautiful line right at about 50, we will spend the majority of the bull run always above 50. And we will spend all the bear markets below 50, all the bull markets above, and all the bears below. 50 is that level to really watch on a weekly chart. It's a little hidden gem, right? I have a much bigger hidden gem I'm going to share with you later in the video, but that's one little trick you can use for the rest of your life with Bitcoin to remain level-headed. So yes, the RSI is dropping. Yes, the price is crashing. Yes, Grandma Betty is running around with her wig on fire, freaking out along with all of her friends in the herd, but you are not. You're not overreacting. Tilt your phone to the side and subscribe. Number one, because we called out a crash was coming over 100 days ago. Since then, we never got close to the price we were at when we made the video. And furthermore, the market was really overextended. The RSI had reached one of the highest levels in the history of Bitcoin. The market had to cool, and we needed to build market structure, right? So what we've been waiting for is a stochastic RSI cross. It usually happens every 6 months like clockwork. Take a look. Now we're going to get to this bottom here, the stochastic RSI. We're going to start to break down this 6 month. This is another hidden gem for you. So what you'll notice is back here, back in July 2021, we had a weekly stochastic RSI cross. Stochastic RSI is our momentum. The RSI is overbought, oversold. We've already established that peak was one of the most overbought areas of Bitcoin's history, right? What you want to buy at is when we're one of the most oversold areas of Bitcoin's history, which we were at the market bottom, when I was telling everyone and their brother to buy Bitcoin at 15,000, 16,000, and even 17,000. I called it out for months. Buy Bitcoin. Everyone called me crazy. Look at what happened. Why did we say that? Well, the RSI was one of the most oversold in Bitcoin's whole history. What should you do when everyone else is selling? You know, buy. Just like here. When I put out that video, if you go look at that video that I put out when we were literally above 73,500, you can see how many comments people were commenting live in that video. I'm selling everything right now, Steve. And they did. I didn't tell them to sell. I just stated the facts. Do as you wish. But again, you want to be selling when we're at one of the most overbought, and you want to be buying when we're at one of the most oversold. It's a simple thing. It's so hard to do because of emotion. If you watch the news, it'll be impossible for you to do what I just said. If you watch a whole bunch of YouTube channels, it'll be impossible to do what I just said because it'll be too emotional. Everybody's going to have different opinions, but you shouldn't listen to anybody, including me. You should listen to the facts in the charts, ignore everything else, and just see it clearly, right? You don't want to be making decisions on Bitcoin every day. The herd wants to make you feel like, oh my God, you should be buying. Tomorrow you should be selling. Oh my God, you should be buying. And then, oh my God, the next day we're crashing. You should be selling. You should be doing. Actually, the reality is the majority of the time, you should be doing nothing. Literally. The most successful traders and investors in the world, the high majority of the time, they're doing nothing. I know it doesn't sound sexy. That's not what people want to tell you. They want to fluff it up and say, oh my God, you need to be doing. No, you don't. You need to be doing pretty much nothing the majority of the time. You want to be making a several high IQ, high leverage opportunities, not leverage in the sense that you're thinking, leverage in the sense of risk reward. You want to be maximizing your reward, minimizing your risk, making smart decisions, and following a systematic formula. Again, I teach all of this in my courses. You can go there and get them at some point today, whatever. But again, you need to learn the philosophy. You need to learn the game. This is a game. You're trying to win the game. Everyone else is trying to win the game, and the high majority of people lose, and only a small group win. You want to study the people who win. Why do they win? How do they win? What do they do? That's what you need to be doing. Now, let's get to the charts, right? So we've established, hey, this candle, problem. We need to discuss it. We have established RSI, holding structure, still above 50. Not a problem yet. If it dipped way below 50, we've got ourselves a problem. We've got some structure that's broken. So essentially, what you look at the 50 level is our past cycle, right? The past cycle had broken that 50 area, right? Where we had that ABC correction. We had that top back in June 2019 at the 14K and came crashing down. We had broken the 50 barrier here. And when you break the 50 barrier, it tells you that there's further problems. Whereas other bull markets, such as this one, this is the 50 level down here. We never even touched it. The whole bull market for a couple of years above 50. And you go to the previous one, this bull market above 50. Then go to the previous one, this bull market above 50. A simple words, a value for you, bull market, stay above 50 on the weekly RSI. Bear market, stay below 50 on the weekly RSI. Key level to watch as we move forward. Now, let's get to the bottom. Let's further establish this stochastic RSI. We talked about every 6 months like clockwork. We've established this June or July 2021. You can see what price did from there. Explosion. You can see 6 months later, we had another one. January 2022, stochastic RSI cross. We went from about $32 or 33,000 up to 47,000. And you know what happened after that. 6 months later, another stochastic RSI. Six months later, another one. 6 months later, another one. And what we had on our record was our previous one that was real was January, right? January of this year. And we had this little fake out one. It was a little bit early, a little bit ahead of schedule. It was about 5 months in when it's normally 6. You can see that this was a little bit of a fake out. But it goes a little bit further than that because this market structure that we had created here back in February 24 as our support zone, it is now our resistance zone. You can see this playing out in a lot of altcoins. What I want you to do, take your favorite altcoin, put it on the weekly chart, drag up the stochastic RSI, and look at the area from around the beginning of the year. And if that is holding market structure as resistance for what we've done recently, you may think, oh my God, Steve's a genius. How did he know that? How did he know my favorite altcoin? Everything follows Bitcoin. It's highly likely what I just described is playing out in your favorite altcoin. Just a little tip. So here we are again. Tons of tips here. If you're new to this channel, that's why you just subscribed, because I provide actual value, things you actually understand. The way I describe price action, the way I describe the RSI for the first time, you're like, oh my God, this actually makes sense. I'm subscribing. So welcome. We're going to do tons more of that. That's what we do here. So here we are. We had this stochastic RSI cross, ended up being a little bit of a fake out, but we remained right where we should with price, still building beautiful market structure. RSI needed to cool off in a big way, which it has. Great. It needs to stay above 50. We get all that. Now we're going to the bottom of our screen every 6 months. Okay, we understand that. This one was a little bit early. Okay, makes sense. Now it's holding market structure as resistance. Makes further sense. Now the stories are starting to line up, right? So the only way Bitcoin can get out of this area and break through this is a legitimate stochastic RSI cross on a weekly. That's it. That's the only way we can get above here, right? Below here, how can Bitcoin break below here, if any, is further action in the stochastic RSI. Once again, the stochastic RSI can remain below this area for an extended period of time. Case in point, look here. We're going from March 2021, and we didn't break back above until July 2021. We could spend several months below here, and it's happened a lot, right? Keep in mind, we just got below here, right? This is still fresh. So this is our momentum. If Bitcoin had no momentum, we literally have no momentum in the price will start to drop further. It's just a bona fide fact. I hate to be the person who's giving you bad news, but I'm giving you straight facts. I'm not trying to fluff it up. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. Straight facts. Okay? So what you need to see if you're a Bitcoin bull is you need to see the RSI hold 50. You need to see the stochastic RSI have a cross up. And you need to see price action hold this structure here. If all of those things are true and you see a stochastic RSI cross, Bitcoin is remarkably healthy and likely to break above here. If all of those things are true. If all of those things are not true, we have some trouble. Okay? So now let me let you in on this key. This is a key that I want to let you in on. Again, let me let you in on two of them. So we talked about one of the reasons Bitcoin started crashing. We called it out over 100 days ago. Here's another. We called this out 60 days ago. This is the 2-month chart, and this is a Gravestone Doji on a 2-month chart. In other words, by definition, a Gravestone Doji is typically found at the tops of rally. Do you see a rally in front of your screen here? Yes, you do. This is 15,000. We rallied from 15,000 up to 73,000 and then printed one of the deadliest candles on planet Earth. This is quite literally one of the worst candles you can see, and it has to be found at the top of a rally, which it is right here. We showed you this chart 2 months ago, about 60 whatever days ago, right? We showed you this, and everyone wanted to hate on it. Go watch the video from when I told you about this candle. This is literally a Gravestone Doji. What is a Gravestone Doji? Gravestone Doji has a thin body. That means the open and closing price were just about the same. Little to no wick at the bottom and a long upper wick, and you want to find it at the top of a rally. What does it mean? It means trend reversal. And I told you this is going to take at least 6 months to really play out, where you can look back and say, oh, that's what Steve was talking about. We're 2 months in. You can start to see what I was talking about, right? This candle hasn't closed yet, so we're not going to talk a whole bunch about it. This candle hasn't closed yet. This will close at the end of the month. But this one has 2 months ago when we showed it to you. So if you want to talk about why Bitcoin is crashing, we just had a tremendous amount of downward pressure in these recent months because of this candle representing a potential Gravestone Doji. Not a potential, this is a Gravestone Doji. What I told you 2 months ago is it's a battle between this and the weekly stochastic RSI, and that's still the case. You can see the weekly stochastic RSI had a fake out, and it still hasn't had a true cross up yet. So the battle really hasn't started yet. The 2-month candle has won so far simply because the weekly stochastic RSI hasn't officially done its job yet. We needed further flush out. We needed a further flush out of the RSI building structure, and we need to make sure that this remains above this 50 level and price remains above here, and then we have a stochastic RSI, and then it will be a legitimate battle. Then it will be a definite battle to the death. It's going to be great. It's a brand new week, and I have another altcoin video just for you, completely free. If you're on my email list, go in your inbox. It's sitting pretty for you right there. If you're not on the email list, you're completely missing out. Go sign up right now and unlock that bonus video right now. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Wait till you see which altcoin I have covered. Is it your favorite? And wait till you see what I have to say about it. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. I'll see you on the inside, right? So let me let you in on this key. We've broken the charts down in such a manner that for the first time, you're feeling good, which is why you just subscribed. Let's make it and take it up a notch. What we've done this whole video is a weekly chart. What I want to show you is the 2-week chart. We're going to go up in time to really look at the bigger picture, right? We can see a lot of details here. We can see more clearly for a bigger strategy on the 2-week chart. Take a look. What you can see here is the 2-week chart. In other words, you can see price action is pretty clear inside of this zone. You can see all of these wicks on the bottom, meaning we have momentum to the upside, and all of these wicks on top, meaning we have momentum to the downside. What you can also see is that our structure in the RSI is very, very healthy, right? What you can further see is on a scale of 2-week chart, you can see the stochastic RSI has even more power. The last time we had one on a 2-week chart was September 2023. That's the last time we had a 2-week stochastic RSI cross, back when Bitcoin's price was at about 25,000. And we went from about 25,000 up to about 73,000 and change with this cross. What is Bitcoin getting ready to do? Well, it's going to try to get ready over the course of the next 1 to 3 months of having yet another stochastic RSI cross on the 2-week chart. It's coming just around the corner, and that is going to be the momentum that Bitcoin is going to need to really battle that 2-month candle. Hit the subscribe button. I'll see you right back here in the next video. This bull run is our road to 500,000 subscribers, but I need your help. Today, tell one person about our YouTube channel, how we spit facts, go against the herd, take no paid sponsorships of any kind. Road to 500,000, let's go.